Hello and welcome to another Roundup. I've missed a couple of weeks for various reasons, so I'll be giving a shout out to some people a little belatedly. On the Small Business Big Network podcast this week, you can hear me chatting to Helena Baker, who's the founder of the English-speaking network in Israel. She started the network when she moved out there and couldn't find any networking opportunities for her business. Thanks to COVID and everything moving online, she now hosts international meetings as well as face-to-face ones in Israel. A future podcast episode I've recorded recently is with Toni Robinson from The Cookie People. Toni has a great business story and a great product too, so listen out for that one coming soon. 2 weekends ago, I found myself taking part in the Durham Miners Gala, quite by accident. I was in Durham because my husband was attending a retirement party and I couldn't go to it because we'd had to bring our dog with us. I only heard about the gala the day before but decided it would be fun to go and watch. When I arrived in the market square, which is where the parade sets off from, I spotted the banner for the Actors Union Equity. I've been a member of Equity for a few years, so I went over to say hello. A flag was thrust into my hand and I was invited to join the parade. There were 200,000 people in Durham lining the streets and gathering on the rally field, and around 50 bands took part. We had a brass band in front of us and a samba band behind us. There was a real carnival atmosphere and the dog got lots of fuss from people in the crowd. Last week I went to Doncaster to give a talk for My Network for Women, which is held at the Quaker Meeting House. The ladies meet on a monthly basis and have a variety of speakers and opportunities for networking. I talked about my journey to becoming a voiceover artist and then gave a presentation about how to create a great voicemail greeting, which was very interactive and involved getting several ladies out of the audience to help me. Everyone went away with a script template and some top tips. Last Wednesday, I attended a webinar hosted by Small Business Britain about repurposing content. The presenter was Stacey Keogh from Brand Lective Communications, and she had some great ideas for cutting down one original piece of content and sharing it in multiple ways using what she calls a content waterfall. On Thursday of last week, I had a day out of the studio to take my son to an Army Music Open Day in Catterick. He got to play alongside the band in a rehearsal. We watched a passing out parade where the band played, and then he joined in some marching practice. It was a really good day and we both enjoyed it, apart from the food. He predicted it would be bad and he wasn't wrong. At the weekend we had a trip to York to see the Faith and Fracture sculpture, which is on display in the Minster. I had recorded a narration to go alongside the installation a few weeks ago, and I have to say it's been one of my favourite jobs this year. The sculpture is made of hundreds of pieces of glass which have been wired together and suspended in the air, forming a wave. It's very pretty, so if you find yourself in York between now and early September, I can recommend taking a look. The audio is accessed by scanning a QR code on some postcards which are situated near the installation. Yesterday I attended the Creative Collective Network, which is run by one of my voiceover colleagues, Martin Wiskin. It's a network purely for creative businesses and the emphasis is on collaboration, not competition. There were plenty of examples of that happening yesterday, so I'm sure I'll be attending again. My booth was a pretty hot place to be earlier this week, so I'm glad it's cooled down now. I've been recording a series of almost 50 videos for an e-learning project and I'll be narrating the last ones today. Hooray! That's all for this week, but do join me again next time for another Roundup.